Hollywood has long struggled with Native American representation, but the invisibility of Native women is particularly glaring. While Indigenous men are often portrayed as warriors or wise elders, albeit through stereotypes, Native women are rarely given significant roles at all. Why are Native American women so absent in films? And what does this say about the industry's treatment of Indigenous stories? One major reason is historical erasure. Western films, which shaped much of the mainstream perception of Native people, focused almost exclusively on conflicts between white settlers and Native men. When Native women did appear, they were often depicted in limited, one-dimensional roles, either as silent background figures, tragic victims, or romantic interests for white protagonists. Pocahontas, 1995, is one of the few mainstream films centered on a Native woman, yet it heavily distorts history, reducing her to a love interest rather than portraying her real-life struggles. Another issue is the persistent stereotypes of Native women. When they do appear in movies, they often fall into two categories: the Indian princess, a noble, beautiful woman who helps white men, or the squaw, a dehumanizing trope portraying Native women as submissive, over-sexualized, or disposable. These depictions fail to capture the complexity and strength of Indigenous women, reinforcing outdated and harmful narratives. The lack of Native actresses in leading roles also plays a role. Hollywood has a long history of casting non-Native actors to play Indigenous characters, further marginalizing Native women in the industry. Even when Native actresses are cast, their opportunities are often limited to period dramas, preventing them from playing modern, fully developed characters. As actress Devery Jacobs, Reservation Dogs, explains, Native women are not just historical figures. We exist today, and we deserve to see ourselves on screen. This invisibility in media reflects real-world issues, such as the crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women, Nemibu, which receives little mainstream attention. The lack of Native women in movies contributes to a broader cultural ignorance that allows these injustices to continue unchecked. Fortunately, change is happening. Films like Prey, 2022, starring Amber Mid-Thunder, and TV shows like Reservation Dogs, 2021, are finally giving Native women complex leading roles. However, these are still exceptions rather than the norm. So, why are Native American women rarely seen in movies? The answer lies in Hollywood's history of erasure, stereotyping, and exclusion. The real question is whether the industry is ready to give Native women the space to tell their own stories, on their own terms. What do you think? Let's continue the conversation.